So finally, after almost 2 months, Arena Breakout Infinite, the so-called Tarkov killer, did finally close its beta. So, is this game actually the real Tarkov killer? Well, no. At this point, definitely not. But there is always a big but. Okay? There's quite a lot of things, they need to actually do and add to the game before you even can consider, calling this game the Tarkov killer. But let's take a look on all the negative and also the positive things that I can think of during the beta. So, to clarify things, I did play the beta a lot and I also enjoyed it. But I will try to stay as objective as I can, while talking about the negative and positive things. Okay, let's just start right away with the negative stuff. And yeah, this also includes the things, that are actually not in game or that I'm still missing, to make the game actually feel better. Anyway, the first topic that I want to mention are the maps. Of course, I know for the beta there were only 2. In the final game there will be a couple more, but it's about the map size. Especially the first map, the farm. It's a relatively small map if you compare some maps from Tarkov, but the major issue that I had with the maps are actually the spawn locations. Holy moly! There are certain locations where you as a group or a solo player will spawn almost next to another team or a player, which is quite annoying. But the devs are aware of this problem and they said they will fix it for a full release. So don't get me wrong, those situations also can be amazing and quite intense. But in most cases what will happen is either you die pretty fast or you search for the enemy like 15 to 20 seconds and then at some point get sniped either from the enemy or from somebody else. So the next one is the recoil system. It isn't that bad to be honest, but some guns still feel weird, when shooting with them, especially with some cheaper AKs. Good, so now some things that were not implemented in the beta, and I honestly really hope that some of them will come with the full release of this game. Well, there is no weather system. This one actually I think is quite important, for the raids to actually not feel repetitive and add another randomness factor. There is also no day and night cycle so far. And just in general, there was not much to do in this game besides, doing some raids. But still, just a quick reminder, it's still in beta, so yeah, this might change. But for example, like they could add something like a hideout. I mean, it doesn't have to be like the, hideout as we know it from Tarkov, because they should not copy this feature also from Tarkov, because I think they took already enough inspiration, from a lot of things. So in this case, they really should come up with something, by themselves. And just give us something, that we could, work for, build something, whatever. And containers, please. At least some sort of an ammo case or something like that, please. Of course, in general, they should add containers for various item types. Alright, let's move to the positive things. Well, the first thing that pops into my mind and it needs to be mentioned is it's absolutely super duper beginner friendly. Just in general, the new user experience in this game is awesome. It doesn't actually matter if you are an experienced extraction shooter player or if you are a complete beginner. The game is really easy to get into. For example, if we just start with the map. So you do have an in-game map. And on the map, you see where your position is, you see where your teammates are, you see where your quests are. You can also mark your missions. And on top of the screen, this marker will even tell you the exact location for the mission. Well, within 1 meter. And by the way, all the things that you mark on the map, also your teammates can see. A big plus in comparison to Tarkov is also the fact that you can see your extraction locations. And all of those things help you to learn this game and the maps pretty fast. Trust me. The next topic is about the performance of this game. And wow, did the performance surprise me. I mean, like during the whole beta test, I had a handful of crashes. But also, during the beta, the game got more and more stable. Of course, another big plus in comparison to Tarkov are the loading times, which, there are almost none. So yeah, it does load super fast into a raid, though, to be honest, sometimes, you will spend a couple of minutes in the menu trying to find some, decent teammates. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to, yeah. Otherwise, you could also use the auto match option, which in most cases will find you some random teammates within 1 minute. Well, and after that, when everything is ready to go, you basically just need like 20 seconds to load into the game, which is awesome. In general, finding teammates is pretty easy in this game. And in most cases, you will find decent people, who actually will communicate with you and maybe even, help you like finish a quest or something. Good, let's take a look into the stash. There's one awesome thing that I absolutely love about this game, and that's the fact that you actually can roll up some backpacks and some vests, which does actually, save you a lot of stash space. A lot. You actually do not need to be confused about ammunition and, what ammunition type you need, what you should use, what is good, what is bad. The game has an awesome color coding system, which tells you exactly, what ammo is decent, what is good, what is bad. For example, golden ammo is the best ammo in the game. The purple ammo is the second best, and so on. So yeah, you do not need to open a wiki page to actually, There's one particular feature in this game, it's this one. Quick equip. You need to equip a weapon, but if you have those things and the weapon in here, then you can go into quick equip, and then you can buy things. You can, for example, buy every single ammo that you need for this gun right through this menu, which is absolutely fine. It even tells you, well, you have like 330 in your stash and you have 35 in your backpack or in your rig. I don't know. You can buy grenades from here. You can buy medicine, med kits, surgical kits, some stims, food, something to drink. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, and it saves you a lot of time, believe me, it saves you a lot of time. And I actually almost forgot this basic thing, but it's also necessary to mention, I think. So also the character movement feels like really smooth. Yes, of course, there's always room for optimization, but it does feel good. And in general, the animations, like reloading, running, it does feel good and it does look good, especially if you consider, come on, this was a beta. So yeah, is it the Tarkov killer or is it not? Can it be the Tarkov killer? Huh? Well, at this point, of course, no. I mean, after all, it was, only a beta. So a lot of content also was not available during beta, and most probably it was not even finished or not ready, for release. But I have high hopes for this game. And I tell you why. It's just the fact that also during beta, there was a lot of communication from the devs. There was also a possibility to take a survey every week, to help them actually improve the game and give them suggestions or, ideas maybe. But the major thing why I believe this game could be good, successful, awesome, whatever, it doesn't even have to be the Tarkov killer. To be honest, this game should really try to find its own way and not actually, copy Tarkov. But why is it gonna be good? Yeah, well, I mean, just because the beta was awesome, the game felt great, there were not many bugs, and overall the quality of the beta really did impress me. So yeah, that's why I don't only have high hopes for this game, no, I'm also convinced that it's gonna be a good one. And honestly, I cannot wait until the game gets released. So the developers said they will take a couple of months to actually, finish the game, which in my opinion is a good decision because initially they said, during beta they want to use the hype and push for full release as fast as possible. But honestly, I think this could have been counterproductive because they delivered a decent beta quality build. And then, pushing for release too soon, too fast could have been a bad decision. But anyway, they now closed the beta, they will now fully focus on the game and, maybe even deliver us the so-called Tarkov killer that some of us are still looking for. Okay, guys and girls, so that's it. But if you have the feeling that I missed something, please write it down in the comments. So did you also play the beta? Did you enjoy it? What did you like? What did you dislike about this game? I'm pretty curious about your opinion. And also, if you watched it this far, thank you so much. And please leave a kiss smiley in the comments so I know that you actually watched it this far. Alright, guys and girls, have a good one. See ya!